Hi, this is Stephen Robertson.
Hey, what's
Uh,
going on?
oh, it's going good. I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions. Thank you for doing this interview. Okay. Okay, when did you first fall in love with the game of football?
The game of football. When I was about five.
And like, when did you first know that you knew that you wanted to play in the NFL? Like, when did that hit you?
Probably when I was honestly about six. Like, I grew up with football because my dad was a coach. My oldest brother played, so I was just always around it. So as soon as I touched the football, I just always thought like I was gonna be one of the greatest running backs ever. And, be like Emmitt Smith, because that's whenever I started playing football was, 90s Cowboys were, really hot and big. So I just kind of just watched them a lot, and I was just like, I gotta do this. So I always honestly never thought anything about going to college. I thought I was gonna go from little league to the NFL. So it's kind of fun.
And what would you look up to as a kid, and who would you say you model your game after now?
Um, to be honest, like I just had my own particular style of play until I actually watched a lot more football, and I was just like, I kind of play like him. And for me, my role models, football wise, it was Sean Taylor and Ray Lewis. Like Ray Lewis just was was I'm not even gonna say he was the most talented on the field, but because of his work ethic and his leadership, he just was that guy and made the other guys around him on the defense that much better. And with me, when I was at James Madison, I just felt like I just even when I was in high school and I played little league, like I just created so much leadership among these other guys. Everybody would just always follow me and feed off of me and my energy, and it'd be like the next guy beside me would try to be better than me or outdo me, and it kind of created like this great team competition thing going on. So with Sean Taylor, I just felt like I have like a controlled chaos that like I'm just raw when I play. It's just I really bring on like a killer instinct I had that all the old linebackers had. Um, I'm like really downhill. I'm really not. People say he's a tight short, but I
Hmm.
play so much bigger than what I actually am. It's it just really makes that difference because most people say football is more mentally. I think people really forget that aspect of how mental the game is because I'll try to tackle anybody put in front of me. If it's a 300-pound guy that runs a 4.4, I'm going to get him down on the ground. Whatever I have to do, I'm just going to do it. And that's just the mental aspect I take up, and I see that a lot with Sean Taylor. So I wouldn't even say he has a tackling form, but there's a couple times I just, I throw all my body into a guy. But I try and mix that up with some of the basics my dad coached me when I was little, and create a little bit of everything. But Sean Taylor and Ray Lewis.
Were you recruited much out of high school, and why did you choose JMU?
See, the big schools that were recruiting me, like I was kind of like late recruiting for big schools, and Syracuse and Louisville, were talking to me for running back, but I kind of didn't want to go that route, so I was just like, no, no. And then Delaware and JMU were like my two, big ones, not big ones, but two ones left, and I wanted to play linebacker like this. I was a great, high school running back, but linebacker defense was it was just me. So I chose JMU just because I just felt like it really didn't feel right. And home, it kind of had that feeling like you really can't explain, but it just felt right to be here. So that's pretty much why I chose JMU. And I would say I don't regret the decision at all. So
What would you say your strengths and weaknesses are as a player?
I would say my strengths are my instincts. Um, and I would just say being a student of the game. Anybody that knows me knows film time I put into football, and I'm always, because I felt like I would try to learn new techniques to get off blocks and stuff, but when you get in season, it's not really about that. It's about figuring out the other team's plays as fast as possible, or certain tendencies the old linemen may have, or running backs may have, anything of that nature. What plays they like to run on P10, what plays they like to run on second. Just ball. Like, it's just mixing that up with my instincts, and then, like, in open space, if you have a blocker, stuff like that, I'm just really low with it. But, I would say that's a strength of mine. I have a really great sideline spelling. I'm proud to say I think I can catch anybody up. I have a lot in me. And I play the game with, I guess I want to say, a reckless abandonment. Um, but my weaknesses are sometimes I think my eyes and instincts are a little bit too good, so sometimes it will cause me to overrun some plays. Um, Other times, I want to be honest, I think that's probably my only weakness. Most people probably think I got overpowered a lot, but I don't see it. And sometimes if an O-lineman gets his hands on me and, like, when I overrun a play, they'll calm me down because he'll already have position block me. So well enough, I can't really make up for a play. So that's probably it.
What were you trying to prove to the scouts at the NFL Combine?
At the NFL Combine, the
Yes.
regional one,
Yes, yes, yes.
just that I could play with anybody. To be honest, my agent really wanted me to go and stuff, so I was just like, I'll do what you want. Like, I don't have a problem. It's just another day for me, but just that I could play. It's just like another thing just to get me seen. But I felt like my pro day was way better than that. So I felt like so far I need to do, what needs to be done. And hopefully scouts will look at that. For my pro day, I felt like for my pro day and even at the regional combine, I felt like I did really well with the position drills. I think I dropped a couple of balls, but other than that, like, because my pro day I actually had to go with the DBs, and I felt like, because even afterwards, my coach was like, wow, your hips look like you were DB. I was just like, yeah, I've been practicing. I was just like, no, but I felt like I did well.
How did the team interview go?
They went well. When I went to NFLPA Bowl game, that's my first really actual interviews and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what teams are genuinely interested in you, but actually more of stuff like what was your favorite blitz? Can you explain to me stuff like that? And others just like kind of like winking at you by asking you, fill out this questionnaire, and that's all we need from you. But they went well. You just gotta really talk to them. I mean, I'm really blessed and fortunate not to really do anything bad or have anything bad on my record. And just I can honestly say, I'd say I'm a great guy, but um, I don't smoke. I don't have any outstanding arrests, so it kind of speeds up the process because they want to know if you have great character. But one, I have great intellect when it comes to football, so it's easy for me to explain the plays and certain checks and stuff like that. So, I mean, the type of person I am is interviewing is just another way for me to put myself ahead of a lot of people. To me, that's actually, I look at interviewing as one of my strengths for scouts. So, I get excited when I can get to interview anytime I can do it. So.
What would you say was your most memorable moment in college at GMU?
Oh, when we beat Virginia
Yeah.
Tech.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I don't like Virginia Tech either. I live in Virginia too, and I can't stand their fans.
Yeah, you got no idea, because they were trying to recruit me out of high school a little bit, and they were kind of just like dragging me on and stuff, and then just completely stopped talking to me. And it's just like, you hear so much about tech this, tech that. So I'm just like, if I said, at the time when we played tech, I didn't know we were going to play tech until after spring football after my freshman year. And my eyes just lit up. I was just like, oh, God's giving me a chance to bench and thank you. So when we played them, I knew it was just going to out like I'm going to get carried off the field. I played so hard. So, we got a great result. And caused the fumble and we got it back. So that was probably the best fumble.
What are your goals after college? Of course.
Because, in college I never really got the chance to play for a college championship, and I never really got the chance to, play in a national championship, and I've never won a ring ever. So I think somebody said it to me as soon as the season ended, because I really, bummed out, but somebody said, you may not have been awarded anything but maybe your big reward's coming up soon. And I guess taking all that in, I've honestly worked hard to get where I'm even at right now. And I think that's a great thing about me. Like, I'm going to work hard continuously throughout the rest of my life because that's just the type of person my mom and dad raised me to be, and that's just something I pride myself on. I don't like the easy route. I like the hard route, and if you give me a chance, I'm going to make the best of it. But I feel like as of right now, I just want to make the best decision I can with the NFL or priority free agency, try rookie mentality, even if I get drafted. But I want to be one of, and it's going to sound crazy, I'm going to say this, but I want to be one of the best and memorable players that ever played this game. And whatever team I want to go to, I just want to contribute the most I can to be a part of a successful team. Like, at this point, people can say, well, this is a fun time for you, it's just a game. Like, this is, I believe God gives everybody a gift in this world. Some, it could be art, painting, singing, others, it could be building buildings and being an architect. For me, he gave me the gift of football, and I truly believe this is what I'm born to do. Like, this is my everything, and I'm going to put my most into this. And I don't want to be one of the other football players to be like, he's a good player. I want my name to come up and they be like, damn, that kid was one of the greatest to ever do this. Like, that's how much it means to me now. And however much work I have to put into it, I'm going to do it. So, I mean, there are going to be some no's along the way, but the first step is, you have to get there first, and that's what I'm dealing with right now. But, I told me and my dad were having a discussion about this yesterday. He's just like, you just need to get in there, you'll be fine. Like, Dad, it's not a problem. I'll stand there. I think once I get there, I'm going to work my ass off, and they have to notice it to stay there. But the problem is getting there right now. So, I mean, that's where I'm at right now. It's 3 weeks away. So I've just been working out, being patient. So.
What advice have you gotten from, like, former players at JMU about the draft?
I want to say, because I talked to Mose and DJ, and, I talked to Earl, too. And I think DJ probably gave me the best advice. He said, DJ Bryan with the Ravens. He said, I hope you're ready because just be patient and be ready for the unexpected because it's going to most likely, the team that picks you up is going to be the team that's never talked to you, never scouted you, never even, gave any word about you. A team that you'll least expect is probably going to pick you up. So he's just like, just be prepared. So, and I think it's probably true. You're right about that. So, I'm not going to, I guess, May 10th, I guess is when hopefully my day is going to be.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be ready for, anything and everything.
And why should an NFL team take a chance on you?
I'm young, I'm cheap, and I think they're honestly going to get one of the most underrated players in this draft, period. And I feel like I could be a guy that there's so many different things you can do with me, which is good. And I'm just, and people say, I remind them of London Fletcher a lot, size-wise, but they never talked about, the route London Fletcher took to the NFL, being that he had a tryout and he took the best of it and ended up starting his first game his rookie year. And that's because he wouldn't take no for an answer and he made the best of his opportunity. And I feel like that's what I'm going to do. And I would say London Fletcher had a great NFL career, and I feel like that's what I can do.
Non-NFL question here. One more question. What is your favorite music artist and hobby outside of football?
Music artist. I'm everywhere with music, man. You can see that. Dang. I'll tell you what. I am big, 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 big. My favorite two genres. I listen to everything. My favorite two genres are 90s R&B and classic funk. George Clinton, Earth, Wind, and Fire, and all that. I can't give you a favorite artist right now, man. I can't. I'm trying to think what I was listening to most recently on my iPod. Yeah, it'd be cool if I can't give you an answer to that one because that's too hard.
Okay, well, thank you for the. Oh, well, wait.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Okay, thank you for the time, and good luck to you in the draft.